Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to some Desertopolis. Between episodes, I did my setups for the ancient debris and the wither skeleton stuff over there. The soul sand and the wither skeleton skulls. We'll just go and take a quick look. It's nothing too special, just a standard setup. We've got our resource generator providing stone to here to make our netherrack, which is all backed up nice and good because I used the third tier, the reinforced everything upgrade there. Then here we've got the everlasting, so I did make a top tier one here for there, and then obviously the top tier mesh just to get the most best chance of getting the ancient debris out on the other end, and we've gathered up quite a bit of it there. Then that goes through to the netherite scrap there with the eroding water. So that's the cyanite, lava, eroding water, and then separate setup system here with sand going in and making the soul sand in the cyanite there, and then eroding water changing the soul sand into wither skeleton skulls, which I've turned off now. I pulled the diamond mesh out of there because I've got lots and lots for now, so I'm going to backlog on some soul sand, and if I need to make more skulls later, we've got 1500 more sand sitting there. I could just do that. We can't do sand on the resource generator, so this was a little bit manual. Just made a couple of diamond shovels, went up there and dug out, an inventory's worth of sand is how I got all of that there. So that knocks out everything that I actually want to do in the nether up area here. As I mentioned last time, no real reason to do the skulk at all there. I will save the Age of Netherite for next episode. We've got some preparation to do still, although I did make some netherite ingots. Obviously, we had to do this to get the everlasting upgrades, which I got a second everlasting upgrade, which is in this one? No. I only did the one everlasting. This one's just a reinforced there because I knew I didn't need a lot there. 2, 3, 4. So we may as well do this now while I'm thinking about it. Actually, I don't even know if I need a chicken now to do netherite. I think I've got pretty much all the netherite scrap that I need. Just remember that it does take, 4 scrap to make every ingot, but that's not going to be a problem because I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 16, yeah, stacks and stacks and stacks of netherite at this point now, so actually, I am not going to do an ancient chicken for now. If I realize later that I need it, maybe we'll get there. Today's episode, though, we are going to want to up our production for seeds if I want to actually utilize some of these chickens, because the seeds, they just disappear really quickly. Feeding these guys stacks at a time, right? Even coming here and doing the whole thing like this, we end up with 2 stacks pretty much of seeds, round and about 2 stacks per field that I harvest there, and that's not very fast at all. So to up the production there, I do owe this idea to the probably to the Twitch chat of Gaming on Caffeine's playthrough when I was watching it there, because I wouldn't have thought of this myself. But it does involve Melons, and I've done a little bit of my own take on his setup here, but we'll just take a look at it, and it's utilizing the growth accelerators to accelerate the growth of the melons, because these do accelerate the growth of some things. We can grow bamboo, wheat crops, saplings, other And obviously, if we wanted to do Certus quartz, we could do that as well with the growth accelerators, but it does work on crops and saplings. So I just set it up like here. This is the beginner setup because I was just testing everything out and seeing if I couldn't get it to work properly. But we'll go over this here. I do need, this is what I was in my backpack for. We'll just turn this back on. Now every time a melon grows, it should break automatically. Don't know why this annihilation pane isn't breaking this melon now. Do that. Just need to be here. It says device online. Okay, maybe I'm not as well versed in this as I thought I was, but the idea here is that the annihilation pane will break the block that's in front of it, pull it into the system. I've got an export bus on here. See if growing another melon will work on that. At first I thought I was going to have to set up like a disk drive for it, but I figured this would work, right? Don't think it has to be an import bus. An annihilation core. I've got an extra one of those lying around, but yeah, I don't need to pull anything from an inventory into the system. I didn't bookmark the export bus. Oh, wrong one. That's the one we want. Maybe I do need to set up a disk drive for that to work. Maybe I do. Maybe I'll have to play with that a little bit more before going it over with you, but with this setup there, this one voltaic module won't keep up with just the 2 growth accelerators. So, and I definitely will be, if we do go with any significant amount of chickens, we'll have to expand this out as well. But if this was working properly, then the next step is, you know, every time you break one of these, you get 34, 37, 3, 4, maybe 5 melon slices each time. We could increase that by slapping Silk Touch onto the annihilation pane, which we could do. Let's just see if this works. Got another idea. Trying harebrained things on camera is always fun. So if this went to Pure Melons, and we took the Silk Touch book that I found in the first pyramid that we went through back in episode 3. We enchant the Annihilation Pain with the Silk Touch. This will give us a full melon every time, which would end up being 9 seeds. So we're, at least doubling, if not tripling, our output. Did I lock this drawer again? Let's just lock that for shiggles there. Put that down there. So it is enchanted, Silk Touch. It still doesn't break it, even though it should technically have a place for it to push to. That is the one melon that I started with in there. But yeah, this energy battery will drain quite quickly if I don't get it hooked up to the main reactor. So we'll do that a little bit later, but I'm kind of getting sidetracked at this point now. This is happening to me as well, where for some reason I can't access my reactor anymore, saying control rods can only be placed at the end of a sequence of fuel rods. And, I mean, we know there's a fuel rod in the middle here, right? It's telling me that this is the block that's wrong. Not sure what's going on, but I guess it could use some more Yellorium, but did I lose my entire internal buffer? Possibly. But that's not a huge deal with how much this is pushing out anyways for power. So I was going to look at, in this episode, as a progression thing, getting a weapon for our upcoming Wither fight. Now we've upgraded to the, obviously to the diamond tier, and this being .20, we do need a smithing template to upgrade our gear to the netherite tier. So I would have to get a armorer and get him up to level 5 to get that trade. I guess it's possible. I should have the resources to do it, because that would be the next stage to get for armor. And we could also get some enchantments on our armor. Now doing a random enchanting setup is always, I always hate that thing, but because we have Ender IO, we've got this block here, which is called an enchanter. So if I wanted to get any one of these books, Protection 4, for example, just a stack of dark steel, 12 lapis, a book and a quill, and then it would cost me 28 levels, so I'd barely be able to do one book for right now, but I could put it in there and produce myself an enchanted book in the Ender IO enchanter right there, just straight off. So if we wanted to get more protection on our armor or just other enchantments, we could do that in there. And then the same would also be if I wanted to get Silk Touch. If you never found one in the pyramid like I did, the recipe is just 1 slime ball, 15 lapis. Again, you'll need a book and a quill, which is, you just need to get ink sacs, which you'll have to just have some flowing water somewhere in the proper Y range for inks for squids to spawn, and you'll get some ink sacs. It's not hard at all. You could just set up a little fountain inside your base or Some little flowing water like this won't work, but something a little bit bigger might. I know that they do appear in the pyramid there from time to time. But as for a weapon, I don't really want to fight him with a vanilla bow, even though I've got some decent bow enchantment books. Like I've got a power 3, got a piercing, that doesn't matter. Well, power 3 and piercing on there. And I could probably get more through the enchanter if I wanted. But I think the better one's going to be in Pneumaticraft. And we can go ahead and get the minigun out of there. So I play with this very rarely and usually only I haven't actually done this on camera yet, but this is pretty easy craft to do all in all at this stage here. We just need, 6 walls and a pressure tube. This air canister is nothing special at all. A lever, a copper ingot, and a chest. That gets us the minigun. Then we just have to get some pressure in it and then getting the ammo. So the regular ammo, just copper, compressed iron, and gunpowder. We got tons of gunpowder from the 2 pyramids that I explored. But we could also get some more powerful ammo if we wanted. It just comes with the downside of being a lot smaller clip, right? That's got 1,000 ammo per craft. This one takes some diamonds and takes your 1,000 and goes down into 250. You could also go for explosive. I did, obviously TNTs in the pyramid as well, so we could go with explosive ammo. I think I can get ice, but I, wouldn't go with the cooling. Incendiary, this would not be hard because we've got blaze chicken. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't really tell you about the damage numbers on these. So is it better just to go with the regular minigun ammo and take 1,000 at a time? Probably. The weighted, yeah, maybe. But anyways, let's get this thrown together along with the item that we need for this all to operate. I noticed I'm getting a little bit thirsty over here, so let's take care of that. And get working on this. So one air canister. I've got a lever, I'm pretty sure. Walls. Cannon barrel. I've got the lever in the chests already, so that's that. And now we need to fill this up with some air before it will work. And that is done on the charging station there, which I got everything all together because at one point I was considering doing the Pneumaticraft armor, but I think all the bells and whistles that come on it probably aren't necessary. Just throw that in there and it will slowly but surely charge itself up. I guess I could also expedite this with stealing some of those speed upgrades. grab a little bit of ammo so we can... Aha. That can take a whole lot more pressure than just 5 bar. So we might have to upgrade our system if we want to have more pressure in our minigun. Interesting. The other thing we can do in the charging station with this is this button here. So this is the upgrades. So if we put speed upgrades, the minigun will start spinning faster and reduce firing delay. Security upgrade, obviously this is the one that'll stop you from over compress, putting too much air into it. Entity tracker upgrade. Interesting. Zooms the player view when the minigun is activated. And then this will give us some extra range there. So the base range on the minigun is 50 meters, 50 blocks. And then it would increase the air cost if we wanted to do that. So shift and right click to open the UI for it. And it will tell you about the ammo for it, but this is where you got to get the ammo in. It will only use the ammo from one of the slots. So now that we've got, 1,000 ammo kicking around and night is falling, it's a real good time to go out and give this guy a little test. Leather chicken down. And that took 33 bullets just to get that one leather chicken, but obviously that was a little bit at range there, but the power isn't too bad at all, just at the base level with the regular ammo. So I'm hoping that if we get 2 or 3 clips of ammo there, that'll help us beat the wither there relatively quickly. That is the exact wrong kind of enemy I wanted to handle here. Where is it? There he is. Is he actually still alive? No. He almost got me though with all that withering from hitting him. And that's over 50 blocks there, I guess. So yeah, definitely not super powerful by any stretch of the imagination, but we can ramp that up with some of the upgrades and the better ammo as well, right? And the ammo is pretty cheap as we talked about there for now, so come back here, and we'll recharge this back up a bit, and we'll pull these speed upgrades maximum 3 speed upgrades. Okay. Let's see how much faster this will wind up for us. Oh, and I'm all out of air. So we're definitely gonna have to get the upgraded Whew. Wasn't expecting that to happen. Got some kind of ranged attack that I don't know about. He's throwing bottles of poison at me. And he's good with them. And he's faster than me because he's sprinting. I'm gonna die again, and again, and again, and again. Oh, can I not get him chasing me here? Oh, why did I corner myself again? What's he doing in there? Alright. Just despawn him instead of dealing with him. Oh, he did not despawn. Much area. So these two compressors keep up with that air usage fairly good. We just need to get the upgraded versions of the pipes and the things to get more air into this minigun, because as it is right there, it's definitely not going to keep up with the wither. I had only died twice up until just now. Can you not aim at him? As well disconnect that because it's just using power. Oh, the little guy can't find his way to me. Almost got me a third time. Alright, so yes, I do have some more preparation work to do, so upgrading this to the advanced liquid compressor, we need to get these advanced pressure tubes. This will allow us to go up to 20 bars of pressure at a time. Will also require a little bit more security upgrades because something like the pressure chamber can't go over 5. So we'll have to do some careful manipulation of how the pressure is distributed through the system, or I'll just set up, maybe just get one of those with the pressure tubes, just for the charging station, because this goes up to 20 safely. Because yeah, just that 5 bars of pressure isn't going to be enough, and we also might want to get volume upgrades so that we can hold more air inside in case the fight is prolonged longer than I think it would. So you can get there. All the different upgrades are visible on that screen there somewhere. And yeah, almost used up that whole clip of ammo, but that's not a big deal at all. The wind-up speed is still a little bit delayed. Like, I don't like that very much, but not a whole lot we can do about it. Where did he go? There he is. Nope. Can't shift and shoot over an edge with this weapon, obviously. All right, and then I guess, yeah, the other thing to talk about for getting the upgrades is these pressure tubes do require us to get a whole bunch of different pneumaticraft equipment. So we need this whole setup here, and we also do need the Amidron tablet to get the assembly program, because this is the only way to get the assembly program for this setup. Apparently that machine doesn't explode when we get too high of pressure in it, but it's fairly easy to make as long as we can get the advanced pressure tubes, which, as I mentioned before, we've got to get all of this stuff, and then this is the major pain in that whole thing as well, getting these finished PCBs. That's a whole process into itself, so that'll probably be an entire episode that we'll do next time in our preparation for this wither fight. Or I just go ahead and fight him with a bow, but then I'd have to make a bunch of arrows. Then again, that's not going to be too bad either. Then I don't think I've got good enough armor to face against the wither either without upgrading that. I was hoping that the minigun thing would just make it a quick and dirty fight where we don't have to worry about him too much. That or that. Minigun away for now. No need to use it anymore. Wheat, backpack. Put away all my stuff that I'm not using for now. And oh yes, I have to put all of my gimmicky stuff away as well. Gimmicky stuff. What are they called? Baubles. That's what we call them. Gimmicky stuff. Anyways, that was actually one of the worst episodes I've done in a long time. We really didn't get a whole lot done there today. I was hoping that the 5 bars would charge up the minigun all the way, but obviously not. How's this going? We're up to another stack of iron, but with 100 blocks going, I think I'm good on that for now. And yeah, right stocked up with netherite scrap. This setup works really, really well. Obviously, my meshes are about to break, but that's not a big deal one way or the other. Backlog of netherrack, which we're going to need a couple to make the nether trading stall eventually. And yeah, I'll also look at getting the villagers, right? We need one cartographer villager and one armorer villager now to get where we want to be. All right, that's enough for the end of episode ramble. I appreciate you all for checking out the episode, and we will see you in the next one.